Hi everyone, welcome to FinTech Academy. This is Harsh. Today I will go over and provide information about our Certified FinTech Payroll Administrator course. All right, let's have a look at that. Right, so let's have a look who is this course for. Our course is designed for anyone who wants to learn Canadian payroll as a career or start their own practice. It is ideal for students looking to expand their knowledge past accounting, those seeking to enhance their current payroll skills, those that are new in Canada and want to get good grasp at Canadian payroll, business owners and entrepreneurs for their businesses, those in the HR field who want to get hold of the Canadian payroll, new bookkeepers or accountants, and those who are fresh to payroll. So basically anyone who wants to understand Canadian payrolls, rules, regulations, legislations, and updates, they all are welcome to take this course. All right, so let's continue further. What will this course cover? This course is focused on providing understanding and knowledge of Canadian payroll processes, rules, and legislations. We'll start with introduction to Canadian payroll. In that we'll see employment or contractor determinations, social insurance number, why is it so important from the employer's perspective and from the employee, stakeholders in the payroll process. So who are the internal stakeholders and who are the external stakeholders in the payroll process. Once we have that basic understanding, which is clear, we'll go to labor and employment standards. What are the labor laws for Canadian labor code? What are the rules of minimum wage, overtime, holiday, vacation pay, hours of work, leaves of absence, and a ton of them over there. Statement of earnings, we'll talk about that, what should be covered in there. Employer policies, we will also learn about OESA, which is Ontario Employment Standards Act 2000, and what are the legislation as per that. So once we have a good understanding about the labor and employment standards, we will be going to the next portion, which is calculation of gross earnings. How do we do the calculation of gross earnings and why is it so important? So we'll first of all understand what is pay cycle, understand wage, salary, allowance, and benefits, understand the taxable benefit table, pensionable, insurable, and taxable earnings, and how the calculations work on each of them. How is the CPP calculated? How is the EI calculated? What taxes are applicable? How can the income tax be reduced? What is Canada Pension Plan, employment insurance? How income taxes get calculated? Canada Revenue Agency tax tables, which is T4032. We'll have a look at that and how to read the tax table. Right, so further we'll continue and we'll talk about the non-statutory withholdings from payroll, i.e. what is the legal and garnishment orders. What is the employer supposed to do when they get a garnishment order for an employee? We'll go through the process on that. What are employer compulsory withholdings? What are employer optional withholdings? If an employee wants to get a specific deduction done, how the employer should handle that situation. So once we know about that, of course, every single topic that we go through, it comes with assignments and reviews, so that any thing that we learn about in the topic, we will be able to clarify when we go through the review questions and we go through the assignments, which is everything is done in class. Nothing is to be as a part of homework or to be done later. Next is the calculation of net pay, which is very important because there we will learn about the steps in the pay cycle process, understand all the earnings and how they are calculated, understand all the deductions, what are federal, provincial income taxes, employer payroll taxes and premiums, employer matching statutory withholdings, which is for the CPP and the EI, workers' compensation, how do we do the calculation on that, employer health tax, when does it kick in, and what is the exemption for the provinces. We'll be looking at that. Once we have a good understanding of the net pay, then we go for a very important portion of payroll, which is accounting for payroll, preparing payroll registers, preparing the journal entries to record payroll liabilities and payments. So if someone says my payroll is not integrated with my accounting system, then what is the posting that I'm supposed to do? That is what we'll be covering in this particular topic. Post the journal entries to the general ledger. What is the GL general entries and what is the GL, and how does the posting work? That's what we'll be looking in this particular topic. Further is payroll information systems. As we are gearing towards the payroll administrator, you must know that what the different kind of information systems that could be available. So demonstrate an understanding of manual payroll systems, identify different approaches to computerized payroll systems, demonstrate the steps involved in processing of payroll, prepare a list of items to consider when evaluating a payroll system. So when you decide to go for a payroll system, what are the steps that should be taken care? That's what we'll be going through in this particular topic. There could be like integrated payroll systems, there could be hybrid payroll systems, outsourced payroll systems. Is outsourced beneficial? Yes, no. All those things will be covered over here. Next will be the payroll remittance or source deductions, a big portion in any company when you are doing the remittance and you want to get it correct most of the time. So remitting employee withholdings to CRA, processing of remitting workers' compensation, remitting employer health taxes, remitting court orders, and the important portion over here is also the timing. The timing is very important. How do we decide that whether you are a part of a monthly remitter or a quarterly remitter or even more frequent than monthly? Those things will be going through in this particular topic. Next is a big topic, which is termination of employment. Whenever there is a termination that happens, it could be a emotional situation in an employee's life. So how a payroll administrator can step in and make things a little bit easy, and what are the responsibilities of the payroll administrator with communication to Service Canada. That's what we'll be looking over here. Identify the compensation on termination of employees, complete a record of employment checklist when there is a termination of employee, calculate retiring allowances and RRSP. So if the individual is eligible for any kind of allowances, severance pay, then how those will be impacted. If the employee says I would like to transfer the amount to RRSPs, how that can be processed and what are the numbers on that. That is what is a part over here. Further continuing is the final topic in this course, which is going to be about year-end payroll reporting. Very important portion in a payroll administrator's career, because they do want to make sure that they complete the year-end everything what is needed, like understand the requirements for completion of the T4 and T4 summary, which needs to be done by the last day of February, the T4 slip and each of its boxes, what do they mean? So we'll go through and understand that. Reporting of workers' compensation, if your organization is connected with that, generally by the March, in the month of March, you're supposed to complete that, and the employer health tax also in the month of March, you're supposed to complete that. So we'll go through a year-end checklist, which can help you as a guide, not only for 1 year, but for multiple years thereafter as well. So basically the goal of this course is anyone who does it, they get a complete understanding of each of these topics with the review questions and assignments. If you have any questions about this course or any more information that you would like to get, feel free to call us at 1-833-LEARN-QB, or you can also send us an email at courses@fintechsolutions.ca. Alternatively, visit us at fintechsolutions.ca to get all the details about the course. All right, see you soon in the course. Thanks for watching.